So we all must have watched Star Wars and Star Trek, right? Or read any other science fiction which contains traveling at light speeds or more than light speeds or many times light speeds through the universe. So is it really possible? And if so, what would happen if we really did it? So this channel is everything related to space. So if it's your kind of thing, be sure to subscribe. Well, first let's talk about some of the laws which govern it, like Einstein's theory of relativity. Hold on. Don't click off the video. I'm not going to talk about any of the maths governing it. I'm just going to give a brief and interesting idea on it. So keep watching. Einstein basically said motion and time are relative. This is not some sci-fi dialogue. It simply means that, let's say, there are these two rockets. First we observe the blue rocket while fixing ourselves to the red rocket, also called a frame of reference, if you know what it means. We observe that the blue rocket is moving. Now we do the same thing once again but fix ourselves to the blue rocket. This time we observe that the red rocket seems to be moving. Well, this is a pretty usual and normal phenomenon, and you see it while traveling in all kinds of transports and cars. And according to Einstein, time also works in a similar way. Well, if 1 second for me feels the same as 1 second for you, then we're not traveling in time. But if 1 second for me feels like 2 seconds for you for some reason, then we are both traveling in time relative to each other. Sounds a bit complicated, but stick with me. Einstein also said that the speed of light is the same for any observer, whether he is moving or not. So that means if you are moving in a particular direction at the velocity of, let's say, 10 meters per second, and light is traveling in the same direction, normally it should feel 10 meters per second slower. But according to Einstein, it wouldn't. Now that should have been impossible, but after a lot of head-breaking math, he devised a way around. Since velocity equals to distance by time, Einstein said that the time would start going slower and the length would appear to be contracted, known as time dilation and length contraction respectively. Whoa, what did just happen? Well, for the scope of this video, let's just consider that if anything is moving relative to you, then it is shorter and moves slower in time relative to you. That's enough head-breaking. Now let's get to the fun part. Well, first of all, going faster than light is not possible, and even reaching the speed of light is not possible according to our current knowledge of physics. But going very near to the speed of light is theoretically possible, not practically now, but who knows, in the future it might be. Well, if you move at light speed and you look out of the rocket or ship in which you're moving on, things start to get a bit funny. You see things very small and moving slower in time, while everything on the inside of the ship will feel quite normal to you, since only the outside is moving according to you. While if an observer looks inside the ship from outside of the ship and is not traveling at the speed of light or near to it, so he would see that the ship has contracted and you're moving really slow in time. Another interesting observation which you would be able to make is that all stars which appear outside the window would be either red or violet. Now why is that? That's due to the Doppler's effect. Now the Doppler's effect causes the wavelength of light to be contracted or elongated when you're moving. So the stars behind you would appear red, while the ones which you are approaching or going towards will appear violet. And don't remember that you will age very slowly. So if you go at light speed outside Earth and come after quite some time, you would observe that many people have aged longer than you. So you might be able to look centuries after you left Earth, but you cannot come back since time traveling in reverse is not possible. Well, there might be a way to travel at the speed of light or even faster than that, but that's a theoretical way and faces grave physical and practical issues. It's called an Alcubierre drive. Well, surprisingly, somehow the theory of relativity allows this, since it actually does not move. It moves a patch of space and time faster than light. So technically it would be moving, but actually it would not be moving. Confusion, but still we found a way around it, although it faces grave practical and physical issues. So it's not possible in at least a millennia. Oof. I've never blown my mind so much in the production of another video. So if you guys made it this far and liked the video, then drop a like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And check out my Patreon page if you want to lend out some support, and also check out my merch. Links in the description. Check it out. There's some cool stuff.